Vacation times are here, so it's about time to play Everybody's Golf for the PlayStation 2.
Vacation is here, and that means one thing. Get your shit off the couch and get to the golf course. This is Everybody's Golf for the PlayStation 2, or Hot Shots Golf if you are American. After some clicking around, we are now finally at the course, and the goal is to get the ball into the hole with as few shots as possible. If you're playing real life golf, there's absolutely no differences with the rules in this game compared to real life. If you are dyslexia, then this is going to be a rather difficult game to dissect. I mean, just look at all of these numbers on the screen. 216 yards, 1H, 400 yards, par 4, 404 Y. Why are there so many letters of Y? Anyway, so the first hole goes as smooth as butter. Seriously, after you actually hit the hole, you get an animation. Now this one, par, is neutral. She doesn't do anything exaggeratingly amazing, and neither that she does everything that is actually big disappointment. In other words, you got the neutral ending. Now, I bet you're going to ask, why is your daddy with you on the course? Aren't you old enough? Well, that, my friends, is actually not your dad. It is actually the so-called caddy. So, the caddy in the game of golf is supposed to support you. He's supposed to place the flag. And this guy, well, he gives you moral support. Of course, this isn't the only caddy you can pick. Once you unlock more, you can actually pick other caddies, such as like an Australian and the British lady. Seriously, just that excites you to play this game even more and more and more and more. Anyway, I personally genuinely like this game. It is actually a relaxing experience. I mean, the music itself, well, it sounds like your typical party game-esque menu. You know, it doesn't really sound groundbreaking, and neither does it really sound like total shit. It is actually just a pleasant tune, which you can definitely listen to while you're traveling somewhere. Of course, there isn't really that much stylization to the graphics. I mean, the courses themselves are well designed, but nothing really stands out. You will never really go away from this game telling everybody that you have found the most unique, graphically the most unique game out there. It looks perfectly fine. It is a Sony produced game, so they know what they're doing. It's overall nice, even though the graphics are a bit bland. Now, what is really supposed to set a standard for games like this are the characters. It's like a kart racer. The better the characters they are, the more pleasant it is to play. Now, do I think the characters themselves are good in this game? I would say yes. At least when there is animation. Seriously, look right here. When you actually just let the screen stay, this character, well, she just stays exactly like this until you go forward. Now, she has animations which are quite pleasant, and you have to play the game and see more of them, as many as possible. Now, there are no players on the course itself. You actually just have to imagine them in your mind. I mean, just look at this scoreboard. Once you actually get into a hole, you will see this, and you get a happy tune up on the scoreboard. Okay, so there are two things you have to keep track of while you're actually on the course. The first thing is to look at this arrow. Now, this arrow determines if there's wind resistance or if it's perfectly fine. You basically have to angle this ball according to the wind. So for instance, there's like 1 meter worth of wind that direction, and then you have to actually just adjust the controls, then push the shoot button in order to actually time and match the shot. And if you're doing it well, you will get a good rating, but if you're doing it badly, well, you will get a bad one. So anyway, this game was produced and published by Sony Computer Entertainment, and they have undoubtedly just been a big supporter of single player games like this. They have mastered the craft with Final Fantasy VII, Devil May Cry, and such. Well, Shadow Colossus and Ico, plenty of these games as well as plenty of them that they are published by other studios. And this game definitely does have that Sony seal of approval. It is a very relaxing game, it has qualities that you will definitely enjoy. It is one of these that you could play after school for a couple of hours if you feel like it. Of course, it's not going to be for everybody. And if you want to play a game that's faster paced, yeah, there's definitely just others on the market that you can enjoy. But for what it is, a simple golf game, it does the job really well. Well, that's everything for this review. I will see you next time. Bye bye. Fuck off.